Learn to say sorry when you hurt someone. Learn to say please when you want something. Learn to say thank you in appreciation. And all will be well with you always. Hi everyone. Welcome to my channel once again. If this is the very first time you are landing in my channel, please consider to subscribe. If you are my returning subscriber, please, thank you so much for tuning in. Don't forget to hit the bell notification so that whenever I upload a new video, you will be the first to know. My name is Jennifer. Just call me Jenny. You know, in our last video, I was trying to explain what health is all about in terms of the alphabets that make up that spelling. And we're able to establish that H stands for healthy living. And I remember vividly that I pointed out that healthy living has to involve a kind of you getting satisfaction from whatever you consume or use. That in consuming anything, try to find out the health implication. And then, apart from that, make sure that you are deriving utility from whatever you a kind of consume, and that utility has nothing to do with ethical significance, has nothing to do with ethics, but what makes you feel good. Then we talk about E to stand for exercise. I even demonstrated some little exercise that we need to do in order to keep fit. And then we talk about A as to adjust a kind of your daily routine to accommodate rest, as rest is so important so that your system will not shut down and that you should not work yourself into getting into fatigue, which is state of being excessively tired, because as you are tired physically, your emotions and everything about you will be tired. So please, if you have not seen that video, go through my channel, you will get it. You know, as I am saying that, I started with a song when I started it. That's, if you listen to the wordings of that song, you will see that health goes beyond a kind of being healthy physically, but emotionally, you need to be healthy. A kind of psychologically, you need to be healthy. When you are disturbed about a situation, you find out that sometimes you will not have rest of mind and it affects you. So in today's video, I am going to pick out the three remaining letters to explain what it actually means. For example, I am going to start with L. L simply means leaves. I mean plants created by God. For every plant that God created is for a purpose. By God's grace, when we get to spirituality, you know that the name of this channel is Health, Safety, and Spirituality. You will also see that the leaves that God created a plant does not only stop at having a kind of health benefit, that there is also spiritual benefit, of which when you know it, you'll be able to assess it. That's why you have to tune in and a kind of be vigilant in this channel to know when I will upload those videos so that you also get to learn. But today I want to talk about the health benefits of leaves. If you are a Christian, if you go to the book of Revelation 22 verse 2, you will see there the Bible wrote it clearly that leaves is for the healing of the nations. In other words, God created leaves to heal us. That if we are a kind of consuming a lot of leaves, we may not need to force certain illness. So please adjust your daily meal to make sure that you always consume enough vegetable. I know that from those leaves, during a kind of fertilization, they give the fruits come out from them too. Those fruits are also necessary. So in other words, you need to be a good consumer of fruits and vegetables in order to be healthy. Already we know that we're supposed to be consuming balanced diet. Our food should contain all the classes of food, ranging from carbohydrates, protein, vitamin, fats and oil, water, and the mineral salt. Then in all this, make sure that you consume enough fruit on daily basis. and enough vegetable. I'm going to give you example of one vegetable that I treasure so much. That vegetable, I will show you example of it. It's called miracle leaf. You know, some people also call it a kind of leaf of life. Some people call it resurrection leaf. Believe me, why this leaf have this type of name, if you look at the meaning, is because of the high level of health implication. The botanical name of this leaf is Bifolium pinnantum. And then also part of the English name is goat leaf or cathedral bells. So why these names is because of what it does. It's very, very healthy and essential. And one good thing about it is that it is edible. Apart from being edible, it grows very easily. Wherever it falls on the ground, it starts germinating. All these leaves you see have the capacity to germinate anywhere it falls on the ground. And it can cure a lot of sicknesses like ulcer, wound, pile, pains, and a lot of things. In fact, I have personal testimony concerning this leaf. There's a time that my leg is paining me. I brought this leaf and I said that miracle leaf, they say you perform miracle. I now squeeze it very well and say, okay, miracle leaf, please, as I put this water in my leg, that God created you to be doing miracle, let this pain cease. Before you know, it didn't take a kind of 10 minutes. I felt instant relief. Is it cough? Name it. Is it people that have mental retardation and so on? This leaf is so wonderful. It is edible. I'll prove to you that it's edible. Let me eat it myself. Because sometimes when we talk, it seems that we are just talking to people. You know, before you eat any vegetable, there is need for you to watch it very well. You don't need to eat the stem. You only bring out the leaves like this. As I have plucked it out, you can see it. Then remember that whenever you want to eat any vegetable, you must add small salt in order to make sure that it is free from every form of disease. So you can see me now. I'm going to eat it to prove to you. Look at the leaf very well. You can Google about it. It's one of the most healthiest leaf. You see this leaf, if you are kind of hypertensive, when you chew some of it, you will see that within some hours, like 6 hours, go and check yourself. You see that your BP calms down. If you are a kind of diabetic, you can mix it with the one we call moringa leaf and so on. You chew it. See me chewing it. You see it. It's edible most of the time, and it grows easily. Please, it's one of the leaves that you must plant in your house. It comes with a lot of vibes, a lot of a kind of positive vibes. Don't worry, when we go to spiritual aspect of some of these leaves, you understand better. Don't tell me that you are living in someone's house, it's not your compound. It can grow easily as ornamental leaf. You can plant it inside your own a kind of house, get a basin, put sand and plant it as ornamental leaf. It's very, very edible and it's tasteless. It's good to eat, just like somebody eating garden egg leaves. So it controls our BP and so on and so forth. So I wish to encourage us, make leaves a kind of daily meal. And apart from that, if you go to the book of a kind of a Bible in Exodus 12 verse 8, you see that when God was addressing the children of Israel, they were about to eat the Last Supper, and then they had to eat meat and unleavened bread. He told them to eat it with bitter herbs. Make bitter herbs. What do I mean by bitter herbs? Like we have bitter cola. This bitter cola, I told you that when we are talking about health, it's all encompassing, even your emotion. Do you know that when you are so angry, somebody make you to be angry? When you now carry bitter cola, there is a way it sort out that anger and you calm down. And then see example of bitter herbs. This is a kind of a bitter leaf. Very, very healthy. Sometimes you can even, it's very bitter, quite all right. You can pluck it and eat. But when you start eating, you see that at the end, it gets sweet. So that is one of the good things about it. Try to put it in your meal. In fact, for every meal that you will cook, try to, even this miracle leaf, you can cut this small and garnish your rice with it. Garnish whatever food you want to eat. And believe me, you will continue seeing yourself healthy. All these sicknesses that shut down the system, like high BP, terminal sicknesses, like a kind of cancer, and so on and so forth, will be very, very far from you. So that is that about leaf. I wish to encourage you, find this leaf, plant it, and be eating it. And then, believe me, you will not know sicknesses. And then again, we now talk about T. T says teachable. T in health means teachable. That is, be open to learn new things. Don't just a kind of lock your heart that this is what I know. Maybe you are a kind of a doctor and you now say this is what we are taught in medical school and that is all. Remember that knowledge is dynamic and every day by the new things. We are in a time of information explosion. Try to access different information about health, weigh it and know how it will impact you positively and use it. This is one of the ways you can grow better. Information is power and you will never rise above the information you have. So that is one thing we should know. If you want to live healthy, I told you that aging is curable and death is by choice. There is need for you to a kind of be teachable, be open. Just as I told you that when we get to spirituality, I am going to be exposing most of the things God created, their spiritual benefits, and how you will use it and it will benefit you. Please be open to learn new things and adjust it in your life. Believe me, you will make it. You will live very, very long. And then the next thing is H. H simply means hilarious, hilary. From here you get hilarious or humorous. What do I mean? Try to make fun from everything. Don't always be a kind of angry person. No matter how somebody tries to make you to be angry, know this, that it takes a kind of more energy to frown than to smile. It is easy to smile. The more you are smiling, the more younger you become, the more refreshed you become. Even all your emotions will adjust. Your adrenaline will begin to adjust to things that are positive. Your mind will be more clear to think positively. But when at every small provocation you kind of a flare up, you want to fight, you are very angry, believe me, it will make your life not to a kind of be healthy. And remember that song I sang, I say, learn to say sorry whenever you hurt someone. Instead of you going to war, even if you are the one that hurt someone, then just settle it there. If you want something, just say please. Avoid things that will make you to quarrel, but always engage yourself on those things that will make you to be happy at all times. Believe me, when you are doing this, you will be very, very healthy. So I want to see all of us bubbling in good health and then living longer, getting younger and younger every day. So thank you once again for joining my channel today. If you have actually find this video helpful, why not give it a thumbs up? It's very, very important to me. Please don't forget to subscribe if you have not subscribed yet, and press the bell notification so that whenever I upload a new video, you will be the first to know. Also share it to everyone. You might be helping someone. So still your lady Jennifer saying bye bye.